the money you are making, there are three things you can do with money. You can waste it, you can spend it, you can invest it. Foolish people waste money. Average people spend money. Wise people invest money. You are buying both straight, your life is not straight. Bag and shoe to match, your life is not matching your bank account. Fix eyelashes, fix nail. Fix your life, sister. See all these brothers, they are just looking, they are going to the gym. Using beer to deceive sisters, bearded gang. And you can't pay school fees, you can't pay house rent. Any sister that has the misfortune of entering your life, you say, the babe, there's this investment. Can I have 2 million there? Can I have 2 million there? What a man. Hello? Very, very important for you to know that. So number one, you make money by what? Working. You manage money by budgeting. Let's close with number three. You multiply money by investing. You multiply money by investing. Investing is sending money on assignment for a return. So as you begin to move through life, you need to know that investment is what you are going into. Now, what's an investment? An investment is anything that appreciates in value. What's an investment? An investment is anything that produces cash flow. Anything that appreciates in value, anything that produces cash flow, that's an investment. So that's your focus. Because you may start out working for money, but your plan should be to get to a point where you will no more work for money, but money will begin to work for you. Is to get to that point where the income from your assets and your investment is enough to take care of you. That's the financial statement. That's the number she's talking about. So if you know that you need 2 billion to take care of yourself every year, you then have assets and investment that brings 2 billion. Once the asset and investment brings 2 billion, financial independence has come. So whether you work or you don't work, the money is not working for you. So instead of you working hard for money, let money work hard for you. Do you understand that now? So how do you make money? How do you manage money? How do you multiply money? So what do you invest your money into? There are three different things you can invest money into, but let me talk to you about three of them. Or maybe four, because of time. Number one, maybe five. Number one, invest in yourself. People ask that question over and over again. What do you think I can have to do? How do you think I can put the money into? And invest in yourself. Say you have 5 million. First take 500,000. Buy book. Carry the book, go to reading camp and spend 7 days. Just carry water. No food. That's your food. Man shall not live by bread. Carry water. Just be drinking water and be rich so that your brain will open up. Because open heavens is not open sky. Open heaven is not open cloud. It's open consciousness. Thy heaven over thy head. So that your brain will open. That's why it's called open heaven. So that you have understanding. So that software of poverty that is ruining your life will be removed. Because poverty is a spirit, poverty is a mindset, poverty is an habit, poverty is a lifestyle, poverty is a state. And the spirit of poverty can be dealt with by prayer. But the mindset of poverty, prayer cannot do it. Because ignorance is not a demon, you can't cast it out. So when you have the mindset of poverty, and now you are thinking of, let me just marry a rich man, you will suddenly realize that wealth is not sexually transmitted. That marrying a rich man does not make you rich. You are a poor woman married to a rich man. So if listen to me, if all you have is your husband's money, you are a liability. If that man dies today, can you live the same quality of life you are living now? Can your children go to the same school? Can you pay the same house rent? If you don't have it, then I'm a slave queen. You will soon be slaved by poverty. So number one is what? Invest in yourself. Invest in your financial intelligence. Invest in your gifting. Invest in your potential. Invest in skills development. Because if you know better, you will do better. Once you have that understanding. Number two, invest in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. Look at different things you can do to offer products and services that will offer value to your world, because money flows in exchange for value. So invest in entrepreneurship. Now, when we talk about investing in entrepreneurship, you don't have to be the owner of the business. It is better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of 1,000. So you don't have to be the owner. Imagine when Flutterwave and Paystack came up. If you only own just 5%, you know where you'll be today. In 2019, March, April, Zoom went public. Not many people took them serious. 1 year later, by March, April of 2020, as a result of COVID, Zoom entered another financial stratosphere. Many of the people you are calling billionaires today, from the Microsoft to all of them, Jeff Bezos, they don't even own up to 20% of the business you are calling. There are people that own 5% making money, you don't know their name. So entrepreneurship does not mean you must go and start a business. I'm the damaging director. No, that's not what we are talking about. Carrying complimentary car, I'm an entrepreneur. House rent you can't pay, school fees you can't pay. Obolo, one share, go and look for a job and just be collecting 250 and plan your life. Hello? Think about it. That man you are looking down on in traffic that is selling gala is richer than many of you. You are wearing suit and tie like a 21st century slave on a salary scale and inside an official coffin that you call official car, and you are looking down on somebody in traffic. But what they are making every day, if they multiply it by 30, is more than your salary. Many of those women you see in the market, some of them borrow money from microfinance and they pay 5% every month and they have never defaulted. That's 60% per annum that they are paying. Do you know what it means for you to carry 500,000 and say, Mama, I just a business? And if you have 500,000 with 10 of such people, do you know what will be coming? Many of you don't understand. Just want to have, I want to rent shop, complimentary car, COO, CEO. What's your problem? Hello? So entrepreneurship. So you don't have to own it. You can be a co-owner. You can go into fractional ownership. Just 10% equity of something big. That's your own part of the pie, and you are good to go. Next is to consider money market and capital market. People don't know that Nigerian stock market has been doing well. Globally right now, we are one of the top markets in the world today. But all you are hearing is bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. You join people to be talking what you don't understand. Hello? So you can do stock market, you can do money market, and you can put money in all these different things. You get 17%, 16%, 12%. And your money is there, and it's bringing something for you. The next one is what? Real estate. Real estate. Real estate is the only real investment. That's the only real investment. Oh, all other investments, they are just coming behind. Because if you are not in real estate, you are not in business. That's the only business. Name any business in this world. Every business is a real estate business. It's because you don't know. So to me, I'm into education. It's the school, not real estate. It's the hostel, not real estate. So me, I'm a medical doctor. Hospital, not be real estate. I'm a pharmacist. The pharmacy is not a real estate. Me, I'm into hospitality. It's the hotel, not real estate. It's the restaurant, not real estate. It's the investors that not real estate. He said, no, you don't understand. I'm a politician. It's the parliament house, not real estate. Me, I'm a man of God. Church, not be real estate. I'm into IEC, where your tank farm is in not real estate. Me, I'm into transportation. The road, not be real estate. Car park, not be real estate. Airport, not be real estate. So there is no business on earth that is not a real estate business. So once you understand, you go into real estate. A city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. If Lagos is not working, come to Abeokuta. And come and buy. If Abeokuta is not working, move to Osun. Move to Oyo. Go back to your village. You can do farming. Hello? So there is so much that can be done in real estate. And then you make money. And then finally, intellectual property. Invest in your own brainchild. You are so arrogant about wearing designer clothes, designer shoes. When will they start wearing you? Say, no, this my shoes designer is Louis Vuitton. When will they start wearing Shade? So this bag, is Gucci. When will they start wearing you today? When will people become proud of wearing you? What's your own brainchild? What's your intellectual property? What are the things that came out of you that people must pay to partake of it? So that's what you begin to do. You make money by what? Working. Either for yourself or for other people. You manage money by what? Budgeting. You multiply money by investing. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you can do better. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, you can take a moment to meditate on what you have just heard. In Yoruba, they will say, Momisi. All right, just let it sink in. Everything that you have heard today. Once again, thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful time. We appreciate you. All right, we just want him to take a breather. Up next is going to be a fireside chat with him. I want to encourage anyone who has questions for him or from some of the things you have listened to. He's a financial expert by every means, and he's capable of answering any questions that we may have. So please, media, can we have the QR code for the fireside chat? All right, whilst we have that on, again, I want to remind you, this is how, according to him, and this is true, you open the heavens over you. School of Money University is here. You can just buy this thumb drive and listen to, I think there are videos in here. Wealth Creation Master Pack is also here. You can carry it everywhere you go. How to create wealth as a career person, he's mentioned that. All right. How to increase value in the marketplace. The leadership edge is also here. 50 common mistakes, unveiling money mistakes individuals and families and entrepreneurs make. The pathway to wealth. And the very big one, the School of Money. This one is 50,000 naira. Yes, so in case you are looking to buy land with 200,000 naira, here's your first land. All right, are we ready? All right, we have the QR code right there. Thank you again, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, for putting all the wealth of knowledge into these packs that we can carry with us. All right. Again, we want to remind you that all our sponsors and partners are still available, so take your time. After the entire program, they'll be waiting for you to answer any questions that you may have, and they can even guide you into the very first step you need to make on your new financial journey. All right, we will introduce... Okay, I think I have one more announcement here that I need to make. Don't forget to continue to follow us at Official Money Matters on all of our social media platforms. We're the same on YouTube, on Instagram, and also on TikTok. And don't forget, this event is live streamed both on the Official Money Matters YouTube channel and, of course, on the official YouTube channel of the largest sponsor of the program, which is Kingsword International Church, Ikeja. We will be hearing from our Director of Operations, Nigeria and Africa, to tell us more about why this ministry is doing this. We're a culturally intelligent organization, and we respond appropriately to our communities, whether they are physical communities or the communities that we believe that God has sent us to. And this is one of the assignments that God has told us to pursue. All right, come on again, put your hands together for Kingsword International Church, Ikeja. All right, right now we go straight into the fireside chat with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. But before I invite him, please can we have this off the podium? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Come on, you can do better. You can do better. You can do better. Thank you very much, sir. All right, many of you may not know this. For years and years, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, well, he's not just a multi-billionaire, but he's also been raising billionaires, not just in Nigeria, and all over the world with one of his platforms, which is the Billionaire Conclave. Again, we want to say thank you very much, sir, for everything you're doing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes. All right. Let's start. Sometimes it's because of the kind of economy. I mean, the first thing that hits you about our economy in this part of the world, not just Nigeria, the first set of experiences people have or mindset people have with the economy is that it's not good, it's not well organized, and it's difficult for them to have that mental wiring to believe that they can make it. And so that's why it's important to hear stories like yours, who perhaps didn't exactly come from money. So let's start from there. Can you tell us about what your first set of experiences with money? What does your background look like? And how do you get to where you are today?
Okay, thank you very much. I think it all boils down back to the subject of mindset. I'm the firstborn in a family of 8, 5 biological, 2 adopted, 1 away match. So we are 8 altogether, at this to the best of my knowledge. We still had to ask my father. I had to send 2 of my younger ones to him. I think last month, to say, go and ask this man. He's now growing old, though. So does he have any other one anywhere? Should we be expecting? It's just. So we are first of 8. So we come from a middle-class family. My father was a custom officer, and he was a custom officer that did not steal. He was not born again. He was not stealing. Double jeopardy. All the other custom officers that I knew along with him were all building houses and stealing money. The man refused to steal. Born again, you know born again. Thief, you know thief. So you are wondering, what are you doing there? But for me as an individual, I just saw money from the point of the environment. Go to school, get a good grade, get a good job, make money, and then if by a stroke of luck, you probably just make it. But my story changed in 1997, 98, because like I say to people, if you are not married and you are poor, there can be a lot of excuses for your stupidity. Because you have a lot of people to still help you. You can crash in Jimo's house, spend one night there. You can just go and eat breakfast somewhere else, lunch somewhere else. But you can't do that as a married man with responsibilities. So I became frustrated. And then I cried out to God. I said, God, I'm tired of poverty. I really want a way out. And God gave me some assignments, which are part of the book. But 2 things that were very key is to get a new Bible. And I'm going to show you from Genesis to Revelation my own wealth creation plan. And that was the first thing I did. The second thing he asked me to do was to study the life of rich and wealthy individuals on earth. Individuals and families. Find out what did they do to become rich and how have they been able to perpetuate their riches. And that was the shock of my life. So for 8 months, I was like a madman into 1998. And I realized that every rich and wealthy individual on earth, they all did the same things. Success leaves clues. I realized that number 1, they were all men and women that work for themselves. None of them were salary earners. So I knew that I have to have a rethink about the subject of salary. Number 2, none of them had only one source of income. They had multiple streams of income. Number 3, every one of them without fail had real estate as one of the things that helped them not just to create wealth, but to retain their wealth. So I said, okay, no problem. If you do what successful people do, you become successful. I did the same thing in 3-4 years. My story changed. So for me, even though I came from a middle class, low income family, the first thing that had to happen was that change of mindset, change of understanding, because you have to become it to attract it. And once I had that understanding, That became the software that ran every other thing that I did. Every other thing was just application of what I've learned. And that's how I got here.
Clap if you wonder. And I think you should. So I want to ask, because it looks like sometimes people have a blockade. We see a lot of intelligent people who are broke. They are doing well they can reason well. But you are an advocate of common sense. And so, can you help us unpack the difference between intelligence, common sense, and wealth?
Application, consistency, and mentorship. A lot of people know what to do, but they don't do it. They are very intelligent to explain everything, but if you ask them, are you doing it? They are not. Do you understand now? There was a program that took place somewhere on the African continent recently. And the president of a country was on the panel. And they asked the president of the country a question. And in answering the question, he said that all the African continents can come together, work together, do commodity together, and this and that. And then they asked him, so why didn't you start it? He stopped. He doesn't have anything to say. When you go online or you listen to radio programs, morning or evening, we have a lot of all these phone-in programs. And you realize that every time there is a topic, when people call, hello, my name is John, yeah, what do you have to say? That's the problem. All these people, everybody's complaining. So what do you think will be done? That's the problem. And that's not new. When you go to the FRA, Free Readers Association, at the vendor stand of newspaper, you see people, they're very intelligent people. They are all postulating theory, but they don't do it. Go onto social media, you see a lot of stupid people talking with 200 naira airtime. Put a program online now and say, money matters. Put date, time, and venue. Put it there. The first thing comment will be is when. Where is the venue? They don't even have enough brain to read what they are seeing. So the problem is, number one, action. A lot of people are very intelligent, but they are not doers. Number two is consistency. That you have done it and it did not work does not mean you should stop doing it. Whatever is right, keep doing what is right. When it is working, when it is not working, until it begins to work. And number three is mentorship. So you see a lot of people, they will tell you, don't listen to all these people, all these motivational speakers, aspire to acquire, I've tried it does not work. Now listen, I've been in full-time ministry, by October 9th, it will be 37 years in full-time ministry. I've pastored the same church for 31 years. As I am today, there are still poor people in my church tomorrow. Because everything you say, after you are finished, they want to come and collect money after service. All those things you are saying is not for them. They are not ready to do. They are not ready to be consistent. And they don't have mentorship. So when you see a lot of people, let me say this. At the point in our church, we were doing multiple marriages. Because we decided that we can only do marriage one Saturday in a month. So sometimes we do 3 marriages. So years ago, we did 3 marriages one Saturday in August. 1 year later, 2 of the people had already gotten pregnant and they had a child. One of that couple did not have a child for 18 years. And I looked at them face to face every Sunday. 18 years later, they are twins. Now, what do you do to have a child? Consistently have sex with your partner. You will have a child. That's the principle. Sexual intercourse between husband and wife is the principle for pregnancy. But they did it for 18 years. And they didn't have a child. Is it because sex does not produce child anymore? No. So sex is not a scam. The reason why the sex did not work for them is because there were other underlying factors that was not allowing the principle to work. So the fact that you did something once and it did not work, as long as it is the right thing, keep doing it. If it's not working, find out why it is not working. Don't fight the principle. So people are fighting principles. Just because you did it, you didn't say it's a lie. This one is a scam. That's why it's a scam. After 10 years, you'll still be a pessimist, but nothing will change. So that's the key. It's action, consistency, and mentorship. A mentor is someone that has achieved what you want to achieve. A mentor is going to be up there looking at everything. You know, like Google Map works based on satellites. So when you are going, it will tell you, no, you can turn here because there's a traffic now. That's what a mentor does. They have an overview. So whatever you are going through that is not working, they say, no, don't worry. This is the way it works. Pull by this, do this. And that's so. But people, they don't act. They are not consistent, and they don't have any mentor. Let me wrap up with this. When you are in primary school, you have teachers. By the time you enter secondary school, you have teachers. Once you enter university, teachers expire. You have lecturers. We don't teach university, we lecture. But by the time you leave university, you now have coaches and mentors. So a lot of people stop learning when they left school. When you graduate, there will be no more teachers, there will be no more lecturers. You now need to intentionally, the same way you went to look for a school and started paying school fees, you have to intentionally now look for a coach and a mentor that has achieved what you want to achieve, that has gone to where you want to go, to say, look, I want to submit to you the same way I submitted to university. And then you pay with time, you pay attention, and you pay with money.
Can you say it again, sir?
You pay time, you pay attention. You know, when you went to school, you were not the one paying.
Yeah.
Your parents paid the money, but you paid with the time and attention. But now that you have graduated, you will pay with your time, you pay attention to what they're telling you, now pay with money. They will now be the one to coach your life into the next level. That's the way it works.
There is an evil we see in the world. There are a lot of people who are high income earners. But it looks like even though they have an opportunity by that high income to leverage, they are unable to translate that. What are you've been doing this for years, helping people to leapfrog and change. What are the common errors you see that people who regularly earn and they're expected to be able to make something of it and they don't?
It's simple. They don't have financial intelligence. That's all. Now, you see, there's what we call the wealth pyramid. In the wealth pyramid, the people at the middle, they are the people you are mentioning right now. Because at the bottom of the pyramid, we have those that are in financial crisis. Then we have those that are financial instability. Then we have those that are financially stable. Now, those that are financially stable are people that have a good job. By virtue of the job, they have profit sharing, target bonus, they have all kinds of stuff. They have official house, traveling, they have savings, they have a house of their own, their children are in private school, they travel abroad and all those stuff. But you see, the missing link is that everything they have comes from the money they make by exchanging their time and energy for money. So they are working for money. Money is not working for them. That's the mistake. They don't have financial intelligence. They don't know. They don't know that they don't know. They don't want to know. They are very arrogant. Because there are many people that are looking up to them, but they have nothing to look up to. So what you see is that man is working, is making 3.5 million a month, 5 million a month. Maybe at the end of the year, they pay him 12 million as part of his own profit sharing or target bonus or whatever, or equity, whatever. So he's making money. But that money he's making is because he's working in that company. He's working in a place where he's earning 5 million a month, in a place where people are earning 120. But guess what? Once he loses that job, and that 5 million stops coming, in less than 6 months, he's a poor man. Why? He has nothing else working for him. So that's the problem. So instead of them to use that act, and that's what we are talking about, creating wealth as a career person. That time that you are making that 3 million, 5 million a month, you are supposed to apply those things I spoke to about managing money. Live on a budget, delay gratification, and then set money aside for investment. So if while you are working, you make up your mind that every year I'm going to buy a land banking. Every 3 to 5 years I'm going to buy a house. It means that if you work for 25 years, you're going to have 5 houses and 25 plots of land. So even if you lose your job, that house has become an asset that is producing cash flow. That will keep you going because your time is limited. Your energy is limited. And many of the things you call a job, you are not in control. I have friends that we all grew up together. When I started real estate, I always share this story because it's a painful one. When I started real estate and I realized the power of real estate, I'm like, Kai, all these my friends in bank, let me talk to them, let them bring money. Since I have integrity and I know the secret, let them bring money, let's put money. I spoke to many of them, not one of them Not one. Say, all those bush land. No, no. I said, no, I've discovered land banking. In the next 20 years, in the next 15 years, 20 years was like, what are you talking about? One of them was a regional manager in one of the top banks. This guy, I will call him, I will talk to him. The guy did not do anything. He said, no, even if he wants to buy land, he's in Leke, phase 1. He was calling me. I said, start from somewhere.